I should share the screen first as a test.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. A very good evening to one and all. This is Pratana MR, IEEE Student Chair. GSS ITW Mysore will be your master of ceremony for this evening. I would like to take this opportunity to extend a warm and cordial welcome to all the dignitaries and participants present for the National International Women's Day Celebration webinar series organized by IEEE Mysore subsection in association with IEEE Bangalore section and IEEE Information Theory Society Bangalore chapter, which is going to be held from 26th to 29th March 2021. Let me now give an introduction about IEEE Mysore subsection. IEEE Mysore subsection is one among the 3 subsections of IEEE Bangalore section. The aim is to conduct various student and professional activities like invited talks, student internships, workshops, and the flagship conferences. IEEE Mysore subsection consists of Mysore, Mandya, Hassan, Chamarajnagar and Kodagu districts. It has 26 engineering colleges with 14 IEEE student branches and more than 1,000 IEEE members. IEEE Mysore subsection was inaugurated by Ms. Susan K.L. and IEEE President USA 2021 on 21st December 2020. And Dr. Bindu A. Thomas is the chair. Dr. Parmesha Chari BD is the chair-elect of the subsection. The goal of IEEE Mysore subsection is to conduct various flagship events, outcome-based programs, and various technical I extend a hearty welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. And thank you, Dr. Paramachari, for taking such initiative. Thanks to our MYSS subsection chair, Dr. Bindu, and all involved here, and taking such an initiative during the pandemic, because now the situation of pandemic is very tough and it's getting impulsive around our subcontinent, and we are passing a hard time. Still, you are doing a great job. Okay, you are doing a great job by organizing such an event, and with the theme of the event, I have decided to keep the title Research and Innovation to Ensure Women Empowerment. Since we are from IEEE, which is the largest technical and professional organization in the world, I think for women, we need to remain competitive and to ensure our women empowerment. Research and innovation is one of the major, I should say, target and our major aim. I don't know why the slide is not changing. Okay, so now you can see it, hope. And this is a brief bio, actually, for 2021 and 2023. I served as the chair of IEEE Signal Processing Society, Women in Signal Processing for the whole world. It is a great opportunity and recognition. Maybe for the first time from Region 10, I'm getting this opportunity to serve all of you. And 2021 member of IEEE History Committee. And it's also a very great opportunity. And I'm also chairing Global IEEE Women in Engineering History Subcommittee. It's a new initiative for this year. and also serving as 2021 member of IEEE Educational Activity Faculty Resource Committee. And I have also served in IEEE New Initiative Committee, Women Insight Working Group Chair. I'm serving as Women in Engineering Senior Member Elevation Drive. I served as Communication Chair of Global IEEE Site Steering Committee and Global WA Workshop Subcommittee, serving as PS Women in Power Region 10 Representative. And of course, our Region 10 Women in Engineering Chair or Coordinator, founder of Women in Engineering Bangladesh, the first female chair of IEEE Bangladesh section, and founder of 4 technical society chapters in Bangladesh. It's a great opportunity. And I'm a professor in the highest ranked engineering university in the country. And it's a great honor that I'm here today. I don't know why the slide is not moving. I'm facing problem in moving my slide. Yes, it's going faster. So what I really request all of you to visit my Google Scholar citation, and please see that how I have been working very hard along with my students to choose emerging research topic and publish in impactful journals and conferences so that it can be usable and usable to others. Okay. And one of my papers have been cited 327 times. And I was very worried during the COVID in 2020 that how I will be managing the research profile during the pandemic. At the end of the 2020, I found that we have surpassed the citations from 2019. It was a great encouragement and great reflection of our hard work along with my students. Okay. I don't know, every time when something is very wrong. It's moving very slowly while changing the slides. So I believe in power of networking and innovative ideas. This is Power and Energy Society Day celebration in 2018, and this is also IEEE Day celebration by our team, Women in Engineering Affinity Group. This is actually a network of students, young professionals, our faculties, our industry experts, our sponsors, and I always try to connect with all of them to get database, to get publication resources, to get funding, or to get computational facilities. And I always try to connect my research with one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Because, I should consider myself as a very privileged person because my maternal grandfather was a lawyer in Kolkata. He was a graduate of law from University of Kolkata, and he stayed Kolkata for many years. So actually, that's why I always try to connect my research with one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. It will be very problematic if every time the slide takes time. Okay, so that is the paper. Actually, it was the old citation. It is now 327. Denoising of VCC signals based on noise reduction algorithms in EMD and wavelet domains. I request all of you to visit the paper, to read the paper, and let me know how we can do collaboration. This is another paper published in IEEE Transactions for fundamental frequency or pitch estimation in a challenging environment. Another is for hearing impaired people for speech enhancement or noise reduction based on the statistical modeling. It's also published in IEEE transaction. And look at this. This is a very recent work of abnormality detection in musculoskeletal radiographs. Why musculoskeletal radiographs? Because 1.7 billion people are suffering from such disease, and we want to automate this process to accelerate the diagnosis process. And for my students have developed a capsule network, and our network provide 10% better Cohen kappa static score that represent the better efficacy or effectiveness of this neural network model. And with 50% less training data, and outcome is very visible. This is an undergraduate thesis work, and you see my students have published it in IEEE Access. This is a perfect example that how what can be done from a research of undergrad students. Okay, this is an encouragement. And since I work with women, and I have visited many rural parts of Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and almost all countries of region 10, Asia Pacific, I have seen that our women and our women and our children are suffering from skin cancer, but they don't feel to diagnose it, and our students, our doctors look at these digital images, look at these digital images and find this from visual observation. And we thought that we have to deploy or implement our neural network models so that we can automatically detect the region of interest. Okay. And this is tuberculosis detection from chest radiographs that I have been doing using DenseNet, ResNet, and Inception neural network models. And this is a black and white image. And that models gives you a better identification efficacy from X-ray, whether it is a tuberculosis or not. And that is a very important aspect. Then the COVID came, and COVID has opened up the new opportunity. It was a curse for many for the whole world. In terms of research, I have tried my level best along with my team to transform it into a power. This is the power of research. And we have applied all our models to detect whether it is COVID positive or negative. And you see, and now the problem for pneumonia and for COVID, both the cases, oxygen saturation level decreases so much, and it is very difficult to visually understand whether it is pneumonia or it is a COVID affected patient. So we are handling 3-class problem for automatic detection, whether it is a normal, whether it is pneumonia, whether it's COVID positive, and we are doing it for X-ray images, using CT images, and using ultrasound images. It has opened up a new opportunity, I should say, because now we got opportunity by comparing which imaging technique is the best one to help doctors automatically that which imaging technique we should take. And I will tell you to find out the somebody speaking actually. If you can just mute yourself, then it will be easier for me. Dr. Paramachari, somebody is talking. Kindly request him or her.
মলম এনে দিয়েছি সকালবেলা একবার গরম জলে বসে পড়বি
Hello. Yes, thank you very much. So, if you have a statistics that there are how many how many diabetic patients in MYSS subsection, you will get the statistics, and I'm sure that not all people has the glucometer to automatically find it. And another problem of glucometer is that it needs blood to take from the screen. Okay, so this is very problematic. It is an invasive technique, and not everybody has the glucometer, and it is not cost effective. It is not affordable. That is why my students have developed non-invasive blood glucose estimation using multi-sensor based portable and wearable system. And also think about this when you want to do the bilirubin level quantification and jaundice detection, you also need to take blood. Hmm. You also need to take blood from your skin. And what happens, it is an invasive technique. And this is, my students have developed this infrastructure. This is a non-invasive method, and they will find the sclera image processing. That means find the yellowness of the eye and then find bilirubin level and jaundice detection, of course. And think about our people. Bangalore, I have visited Bangalore so many times. It's the Silicon Valley of India. But Karnataka, the state Karnataka is so big, and Mysore also very big. And there are rural areas, and there are slums. Maybe there are slums. I didn't find them. But in Mumbai and other places, think about those people. They just need heart rate measurement, blood pressure measurement, and glucose measurement. And now the corona is at the peak. And it's not always possible for our village people to come to the city center and measure this. And they don't have their personal health care. So this is a wrist card that is a PPG sensor based wrist wearable unit for low-cost personalized cardio healthcare system. This is very effective and affordable. And you may know about this stetophone analog stetophone for measuring the lub and dub sound of the heart. And it's very noisy. It's not always possible to detect it properly. So this is a digital stetophone my students have developed for personalized healthcare. Staying at home, if think about your elderly parents, they can communicate with the doctors very well. And I work with disabled people because I'm very much interested in humanity and technology. I served in site communications chair, as I told you, and I also think about them, their accessibility, entertainment, and education. But if you want to use a wheelchair, the cost is more than 2,000 US dollar. If you look at the Alibaba or somewhere, But now this is the wheelchair we have developed, and it is around 200 US dollar, and it has destination mapping and intelligent control features. And this intelligent controls can be done by what? By your hand, by the voice, or by the eye gaze. And that's why it's simple. I was talking about our senior citizen, our parents who are living far from us. And, falling down in the washroom and kitchen is a common phenomenon, and it's a serious stressed moment for all of us. So for them, we have developed this smart hat, safe and smooth assistant for elderly people. It will prevent them from falling, and also and it will give an SMS notification to the registered people or to the hospital so that come forward. And this is an injection device, automatic injection device that will give feedback, video feedback, and from image processing, the vein location can be identified, and then give feedback so that the injection needle angle can be changed and pushed automatically and adjusted automatically so that there is no injuries occur. This is very much needed where there is a mass vaccination and where there is a very little few number of effective nurses in our countries. I talked about wheelchair that has that can be controlled by hand, by voice or by eye gas. But think about a person who has no hand, who cannot see and who cannot speak. At least he or she has the brain signal that is called electroencephalogram signal. And this is a low-cost electroencephalogram based electrical chair with advanced control features. This is a text-to-braille scanner with ultra-low-cost refreshable braille display. And this is for our blind people to ensure their education. And I speak Bangla. Bangla is the 5th or 6th ranked language in the whole world. And when I wanted to help our deaf and dumb community, I found that the sign languages that I see in the literature are majority in English, but I thought that we are the only nation that has fought for the mother tongue. So we should develop our Bengali Sign Language alphabet recognition scheme. You can see the database, the image data set of Bangla Sign Language that our students have developed, and we have applied the deep neural network, VGG90 neural network, for automatically detect those alphabets. So now it is COVID. Think about our women undergraduate students. We can at least train them at least how to build an automatic hand sanitizer. This is very, very important so that we can deploy. Your MYSS subsection can run this innovation hub and they can deploy it to the rural community. It's very helpful. And it will ensure participation of more women in such projects, with ensure women empowerment. Since I work in women in signal processing, there is a woman in signal processing website. Become a SPS member. Especially student member fee is very low, and we have discounts. And we are also running IEEE SPS Progress Workshop for underprivileged community. And we have our 2 flagship conference, ICASP and ICIP, where we will be having our women in signal processing track. And I will talk about IEEE Signal Processing Cup. This is a competition, global competition, and very emerging topics are given for 2021 Signal Processing Cup competition is weapon and women open. And also there is Video Image Processing Cup in 2020, and it is also in October. Why I'm telling, because by this, I think I have been participating here in 2015 as a supervisor. Now, for the Signal Processing Cup 2020, my students were ranked 4th in the whole world. And for VIP Cup competition, my students were ranked 5th in the world. It's important. This ranking is not an issue here. Issue is that you will learn some emerging techniques. Your coding skill will be increased and you can publish papers. And I have seen that only few female supervisors are there, and only in last year 2 female students participated in one group. So we need more encouragement to our women to participate in such challenging competition to increase your visibility. Also serve as IEEE PSO in Power Asia Pacific representative. If you are a Power, and PES Day will be starting in April. If you need any help for PES Day celebration, please let me know. I will be there to guide you. And most important, join our IEEE PSO in Power by Googling our website, and there is a form, join Women in Power member. There is a PSE news that as a PS member, you will get all the time, every month. And from there, you will know what are the factors that are controlling the future trends of PES research. One is energy storage and integration of renewables, distributed generation and hybrid model of grid, data-driven technologies, and cybersecurity. The third one I really like and love, and I do research in that area. We have done the IEEE PS Feminine Power Congress for the first time in the world, I should say. It is a region 10, and this is 184 participants from 20 8 countries, and the Technical Activities Board Vice President Bruno Mayer, and IEEE Women in Power Chair, IEEE Women in Power PS Future President. Everybody joined, and we really discussed how India, from Bangalore-based chapter, there was a speaker, and thanks to Bangalore PS chapter, and we talked about how India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Taiwan, Singapore, then Malaysia, and then Australia, New Zealand, how these women are working in power and energy industry during the COVID-19. And under PS Women in Power, we do many events. Like I was a contributor in a brief session in 2017 Section Congress, where all 10 IEEE region leaders gather. Also, IEEE PS Women in Power was represented by me in Region 10 Congress in Indonesia. And also there are a lot of seminars. The first Women in Power conference in Delhi, I was a speaker there. And also we did many Women in Power track in 10 SIM, like Region 10 flagship conferences in Kerala. And also there are IEEE Women in Engineering Leadership Summit. Bangalore has done in 2019. Bangladesh has done in 2018. And in those leadership summit in Malaysia, Goa, Kerala, and Sri Lanka, I have introduced the Women in Power track. And we are also collaborating with Women in Power, We Power. That is a World Bank initiative. We do under 4 pillars: STEM education, professional development, recruitment and retention. And in 2019, IEEE Week on EC, jointly collaboration between Bangladesh and Bangalore section, we did a very big event where we called industry, power and energy industry women from Bangalore, and we really learned a lot in these 4 pillars. So, please, if you are interested, please contact with me so that we can start collaborating with MYSS subsection. And we have started this Women of Wisdom talk series, started from Kerala, then we did in Australia, and we are free to do it everywhere. So if you are interested, please let us know. And we have also done IEEE PS Women in Power Summit in IEEE Week on EC, where we actually inspired young students to present their thesis related to power and energy. And our expert really mentored them so that their idea, their project can be implemented in the industry. And we did Women in Engineering Tech Summit in COVID-19, exploring challenges, opportunities, and solutions for women in engineering during COVID-19. Also, I led an international meetup of robotics and automation on 18 September 2020, and where actually we gathered the India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Indonesia, Japan scientists who are doing in robotics. We all gathered. You can see there are very few women here in women in robotics. So you have every scope. If you are interested in robotics and automation, what we did at the very beginning, let me share the opportunity. I like to share the opportunity that if you write to Robotics and Automation Society side group proposal, then we own around $5,000. Our proposal was that we want to train our student how to build a disinfection robots so that we don't need to buy those robots from the outside. We want to build our own robots, use it in our campus when there will be lockdown will be over. And we are collaborating with our city mayors so that those disinfection robots can be deployed to the public places. So we have, about IEEE Humanitarian Activity Committee. It has supported us for Women to Women Empowerment Challenge. Let us collaborate it again with Bangladesh section and Mysore subsection. We can open up a challenge where our Bangalore women and Bangladesh women will identify one problem of women and provide technological solutions. And we have to connect them with our industry experts, sponsors, mentors, so that they can transform their project idea into product. So we call it P2P, project idea to product, okay? There is a humanitarian, Region 10 Humanitarian Technology Conference. Bangalore will be doing maybe this year or next year, okay? And we did it in 2017. I was in general co-chair and handled 700 participants. It's one of the most successful Region 10 Humanitarian Technology Conference in history. And I also ran a Women in Engineering track where I trained women about the projects they can do. It is in Indonesia for advancing sustainable green technologies for humanity. It is in 2019, just before the lockdown. You may know about one of the oldest society, IEEE Society. I'm one of the co-founder of IEEE Society in Bangladesh, where women have huge scope to work. And IEEE Society has a flagship conference. Let Bangladesh and Mysore work together. Just today, I have given an approval in response to a request of IEEE UK and Ireland SSIT chapter, IEEE UK and Ireland SSIT chapter, IEEE Bangladesh SSIT chapter, IEEE Kerala SSIT chapter, IEEE Madras SSIT chapter will jointly arrange a distinguished lecture program. So these are the things we should do together. And this is a global flagship SSIT conference where I organized this Women in Engineering panel to know the good practices of women from Africa, America, and Australia so that we can implement it in our subcontinent. And I have also ran a Women in Engineering panel in Global Humanitarian Technology Conference, GHTC. Please participate in GHTC, where I ran a Women in Engineering panel and collaborated with Region 7 and USA Women, Region 1 to 6, so that we know what are the humanitarian technology projects those women are doing, you know. This is IEEE WICON-AC, that Women in Engineering conference in the area of electrical and computer engineering. I was the founder for the first time. It was in Bangladesh. And then we collaborated between Pune and Bangladesh, between Uttarakhand and Bangladesh, between Thailand and Bangladesh, between Bangalore and Bangladesh. In 2020, we did it Bhubaneswar subsection and Bangladesh section. So Bhubaneswar subsection was the first subsection with whom we collaborated. It was a wonderful event, wonderful conference, and you are most welcome to do the collaboration. And this Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit that Bangalore has done in 2019, we did it in 2018. I was the general chair of it. And we trained our women about nuclear power energy education because our government is spending money for nuclear and power energy education. And we really need to train our women to address the local need. And we had more than 300 participants, 55 speakers from 13 different countries. And this is Region 10 SIM 2020, the second biggest flagship conference, but it is the first Region 10 flagship conference that was fully virtual. I was the general chair for it. It was a very tough situation in last June in the pandemic, middle of the pandemic, and we did handle more than 1,000 papers with the help of our reviewers and all friends in Region 10. And IEEE President Toshio Fukuda was our chief guest. IEEE Region 10 Director Akinori Nishihara was there, past director like Lawrence Song was there, MGA Vice President Cook Jiun was there, Technical Activity Vice President Kazihuro was there. So after that, we really tried to tell everyone in Region 10 that how to handle such a big conference in a virtual mode, because we were the first in Region 10 to handle such a big conference. And we did it in 1st to 2nd July for a virtual conference organization manual, because I believe in resource sharing. There is more than 272. There was participants and conference organizers, and she was a woman also from Bangalore, and this is International COVID-19 Congress, for which I was the general chair. And this is for the first time in the world. Toshio Fukuda was the president. We really talked about our industry, women in engineering, young professionals, the engineering, medicine, biology, signal processing, industrial applications, and computers, related things, how we are handling our project idea policies in COVID-19. It was a huge success. More than 400 people joined there. And I was a recipient of many awards. 2013 Women in Engineering Professional Volunteer Award from Region 10. 2015 Women in Engineering Inspiring Member Award from the Global Women in Engineering. And 2016 MTA Leadership Award among all male and female members. And 2019 Region 10 Humanitarian Activities Outstanding Volunteer Award. So this is actually not a list of awards, it's a list of hard work and commitment for the community. And not only that, the Women in Engineering Professional Group, for which I was the founder, it became the best in the Region 10 and the best in the whole world. And also the BUET Women in Engineering Student Branch, for which I'm the founding faculty member. It became the best in region, then became the best in the whole world. So it is possible. So if you work hard in MYSS subsection, it is possible. If I can do it, you will be able to do it. But let me know how I can help you. I will be always there. And as a first female chair, it was a great challenge to receive this 25-year celebration banner of IEEE Bangladesh section from the Region 10 Director, Professor Kugzin, that has increased my commitment more, and I have led my section to win 2018 IEEE MGA Outstanding Large Section Award by arranging more than 130 events. In 2019, it was owned by Bangalore section, and in 2020, it was owned by Kerala section. You know, it's an representation and recognition that what can be done despite many limitations. So it is a great honor that in 2019, on behalf of my Women in Engineering Student Branch, Young Professional Affinity Group, that became the best one in the region. And our past year became the Region 10 Outstanding Volunteer Award winner, Professor Fateh. It was great opportunity to receive those from 2019 IEEE President, from 2020 IEEE President, from 2019 Region 10 Director, from 2018 Region 10 Director, and the current Director. So it's a wonderful opportunity to receive those awards from my members. And for technical society activity, we must emphasize on technical activity, not talk about work-life balance only, because in 2020, IEEE Engineering, Medicine, Biology Society chapter has received 2020 IEEE EMS Regional Outstanding Chapter Award. It's a huge recognition because only 2 chapters has received it in the whole world. One is from Latin America, one is from Bangladesh. So staying in Bangladesh, we did not increase only the visibility of Bangladesh. We have increased the visibility of the whole subcontinent, whole Asia Pacific to the rest of the world. And we have given a message that how young volunteers can work together. And from Bangalore section past chair, Professor Hari, who is now Signal Processing Membership Board Chair, was one of the keynote speakers in those conferences. So I request you to visit my website, www.celiashanaj.com, to know about me and let me know how I can help you. One thing I must say you, MYSS can be a subsection, but a volunteer cannot be defined by whether it is a small section or a subsection. A volunteer is a volunteer. I never considered that I am from a small country, Bangladesh. I always believed that your hard work, your merit, your passion, your vision, and your attitude to help others, to help improving the technical community around you cannot be small, and it cannot be diminished in any way. So what we need to help each other. Anyway, the number of volunteers in this subcontinent is very high. Number of meritorious people in the subcontinent is very high, but number of people in the leadership position is very low. So we have to really empower yourself by helping each other. We cannot be divided into pieces. Then we will be really divided into pieces, and we can never reach to our goal. We will be always remain as a supporter. We cannot be a follower. We have to be a leader, because we are born leaders. We have to just transform it into reality by unitedly working together. That will ensure our empowerment. And what I have shown you today, nothing is from website. Everything what I have done in my small life. So if you want to read those research and innovation papers, everything is published in IEEE Explore. I request all of you to visit those papers and let me know how I can collaborate with you. Collaboration is the only way to lead and to reach to the success point. One time you will be leader, next time I will be leader. But we have to be in the leadership cycles by helping each other. Thank you for taking such a wonderful initiative, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk to you, and thank you for your patience for listening to me. And happy Holi to all of you. Hope you have enjoyed your Holi, although it's a very pandemic situation. We have found our different ways of celebrating our cultures and our rituals, and we are very much spirited to our culture. And these are the two countries whose national anthem has been written by one person, our Kavi Guru, Rabindranath Tagore. And this is a unique opportunity. And we share everything very common to us. And our food habit and everything is very common to us. And this is a power. We have to transform this power, and we have to transform utilize this power to handle any crisis. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again in face-to-face, and you are most welcome to visit Bangladesh, a lovely country, people with a big heart and very simple, hardworking people. Thank you very much. And recently, our Prime Minister Modi ji has visited for 2 days in Bangladesh for 50 years celebration of Bangladesh. And for the first time also, in 26th or 27th January, Prajatantra Divas in India, a brigade from Bangladesh has visited in last 50 years for the first time. And this is an advantage for all of us. And this is a very great region to come together. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your kind and inspiring words, ma'am. And thank you very much, ma'am, for sparing your time for today's webinar. It was indeed a very informative session. Now, I request the participants to drop their queries in the chat box.
Yes, most welcome. Any question?
Madam Celia, this is Bindu Thomas, the chair of MYSS subsection.
Hello, Dr. Bindu. How are you? Nice
I'm
seeing
doing good. Your presentation was extremely inspiring. And today being the closing ceremony of the 4-day webinar series, I think you just gave us a feeling that, as women, celebrating this International Women's Day and also collaborating with all our supportive, men colleagues, we can definitely reach the heights you have. So I want to quickly ask you one question. what makes you so strong when you go forward and you don't think like, that, as you said, that it is a small country and or a small world that we can't make it. So what is that one, skill of yours that gets you cut through this situation of, the stigma or being a woman that we can't
Yeah.
achieve?
Yeah, thank you. That's a very relevant question. That first thing, I'm a woman, so it is not always possible to overcome the gender bias, and I don't try to overcome it. I just work hard. So it is important, even if you work hard, that is a problem, because if people around you does not work hard, they will try to suppress you. This is very natural. And I have faced so many things like that. I never tell that how I have been knocked down every single day. If I start telling it, then I cannot spread the message of positivity. So only thing that I want to make sure that I have knocked down by my close people, close friend, trusted friend, and many people. And I accept it. But what I don't accept it, that it should not demoralize me anyway. Because if it demoralized me and I stop going, then those people who want to knock down me, they will be winner. And I cannot make them winner. That's it. Simple. So if I'm a human being. I feel sometimes frustrated and I feel sad. But I never allow my sadness to fill my head. I try my best to overcome it because I know that I am a hard worker and I know I am a meritorious. So I know I can do well compared to many who are trying to demean my contribution. So let them do. They are spending time to demean you, to demean me. I'm not spending time, and you are not spending time to demean anyone. So you are spending time, I'm spending time to grow myself, to grow others. So action will be spoken. Yeah, don't feel frustrated. Don't feel frustrated. Sometimes you may see the positions are not coming, the awards are not coming, but it will come. No way. Nobody can snatch away your merit. Nobody cannot snatch away your actions. Nobody cannot snatch away your contributions, which are well documented. But you will feel frustrated sometimes when you will see that people with less caliber are getting higher position than you. It doesn't matter. You are not working to get position. You are creating impact on thousands of people. That is important. So you try to make those 1,000 people active. Give them opportunity. Now, only thing is problem for us, we don't give opportunity to each other. Please invite them as your reviewer. Praise them. Give them an opportunity to be a speaker and empower those silent heroes around you. Then you will be visible. But you alone cannot be visible. You have to be visible among all, and you have to be empower all by giving opportunity all in your you may not have capacity, but since majority cases I launch new initiative, so I have the capacity to invite people. But if you are not taking initiative, so you have no capacity to empower people. So always try, for the young generation, this is my appeal. Don't just participate in an event. Don't just become a member. Try to do something small and try to give opportunity to your younger brother, sister, or senior sister who is suffering from some mental problem, or she is pregnant, and she became pregnant and she's not coming back to work after long hours. you can have a one-to-one mapping and mentoring session to teach her out how to develop an app. At least you involve her for content writing. Majority cases, we have a lot of events, but we don't write the content and we do not publish it. At least give them such work. Then she or he will feel engaged with your work and she or he will belongingness. If you cannot give the message of belongingness, this Mysore subsection belong to every member and everybody should be part of it. When they will feel that, yes, it is our subsection. And if you as a leader, it is our responsibility to give them that confidence, and the negative things will be always there. Never try to handle them. Never try to handle them. I never try to handle them. Other people will do one thing, I will come up with 10 new initiatives. How many times you will be stopped? It is not possible. So please keep going, keep continuing. That is important, and keep collaborating. My habit is to inspire all. My habit is to invite all. And if they don't come, if some people don't come, some people don't cooperate, it is their problem. It's not your problem. But you will see, if you take a good initiative, thousands of people will know it. Even if sometimes they cannot do it, but from heart, they will respect it. So let us, Bindu. So it's not an advice. I know you know better than me. I'm just reiterating what is in your heart. I'm just reiterating what is inside the heart of thousands of volunteers, because I came from a root level volunteering experience. I made posters. I did so many things, everything I did, and still now I make poster. Thank you.
Ma'am, it was extremely nice of you to explain in such detail. Thank you so much. I have one question from a listener here, participant. He says, good evening, you're very good motivator. People are always in work tension and fear. How to get rid of it? So that's his question. He says, people are always in work tension and fear. How to get rid of it?
Yeah, actually, work tension will be always there. If I'm a human being, tension is always there and fear is always there, whether I will be able to catch the deadline or not. But don't allow your stress and fear to control you. It will be always there because we are human beings, right? The only thing you have to think, that bottom line for you, that you have to finish it. You have to go there. That's it. When you know that you have to go there, you have to go there. And only thing is important for you, that try to achieve the necessary technical skill to complete it, because it is IEEE, largest technical professional organization in the world. I think the only criteria here should be the technical skill enhancement. So think about that you want to finish one thing, you want to reach somewhere, and believe in your capability and technical skill. If you don't know anything, don't feel shy. I learn from my students. They are my little Davids. I never feel shy that I'm chair of Bangladesh section. I'm serving in so many chapters. I have to know everything. No, I don't. A person cannot know everything. So to reach to the goal, to overcome your stress, what is important? To know the working principle, working flow type, to finish the work very quickly and skillfully. For this, if you need a lot of helping hands, take it. Take everyone on board, because our Ma Durga has 10 hands, right? 10 hands. Those are very symbolic. Very symbolic. Why? If a person or a divine character like this cannot go with a damaged hand. The 10 hands means 10 power. So let us empower our young volunteers or our young students so that they can help us and we can release our stress. Of course, some yoga and some meditation, good food, a little rest for you. Think about yourself. We women, today is Shabe Barat here, Holy Shabe Barat. Your Holi started yesterday, and today is our Holy Shabe Barat here. And you know, as a woman, I have to take class, I have to do research, I have to do consultancy, I have to do talks at the same time. Today, I have to manage my roti and halwa and those things for distribution. So I know I will do it. And it's not I have to do it. I enjoy doing it. So it's important to how you make your time management. So that's why you have to arrange your helping hands. Oh, that is important. So your helping hands should be more, and this is a way of balancing life, that how you will equip yourself so that if you have some incapability that can be recovered. But I am incapable, I cannot do it, I cannot finish it, that cannot be a solution. Bottom line is I have to do it. Anyway, we have to do it together. That's it. Bindu, you are muted.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the answer. It was, I think it's exactly what they should be doing. There's one more question. What is the contribution to common women problems? I mean, I wish, ma'am, you're so motivated. Thank you. There is a reply from Nada.
Common woman problem, you can be one of the best professor in a higher strata engineering university, but your job is not just to write papers and to secure promotion. So that's the opportunity. You connect your research to the local community. You see what are the problem your girls are suffering in the campus and provide technological solution. You see near your slum what is the drinking problem and tell and give them a project. Talk with the government how you can implement a solar-based water purification system there. And think about our women's sanitation and menstruation problem. Let us develop a voiced authentication based box where our girls, faculty members can automatically give a coin and get a pad, cheap pad. So your research and local problem cannot be separated. These are part of your life. Apply those knowledge in solving those problems. That is the site. So for me, my research, my IEEE are not separate identity. I can always find connection that how my knowledge and technical skill I can apply to my IEEE activities so that they are complementary to each other and we can address the societal problem, not just giving a high impact talks. No, our talk should address the societal problems. And I have, in my research, I have shown that how I'm solving the societal problems. These are the common problems: women's security, that means women education, women sanitation. So these are the three problems you can address primarily if you want to do. This is very important. And then you will feel better if you can contribute to your community, a small pilot project, 400 women. That will be good way forward. And that project can be scalable, that can be sustainable, and that can be low cost. That means if you do it for a small school, small college, a small university, then other university will get inspired to address it, and then the project will be scalable. That's the benefit of doing and connecting technology for the betterment of humanity. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you so much. We have come to the end of the question answer session. I give it to the anchor for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bindu. It was great talking with you. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
We've come to the end of the webinar. I'd like to convey my deep regards and hearty thanks to the resource person of today's webinar, Celia Shahnaz ma'am, for accepting our invitation. Thank you, ma'am. On
Thank
behalf
you.
of
Thank you very
IEEE
much.
MYSS subsection, I request you to accept this virtual memento as a token of gratitude.
Let me stop sharing.
Kirti,
I stopped sharing.
you can share the momentum.
Oh, wonderful. It was one of my favorite photos for Tensim 2019 when I was in Kolkata. And Tensim 2020 was in Bangladesh. So I went to Tensim 2019 to Kolkata for promotion of Tensim 2020. And thank you for choosing that wonderful photo, which I love and cherished. And thanks to the volunteer
Thank
who
you.
have designed this. Designed it.
Once again, my heartfelt thanks to you, ma'am. I'm extremely grateful to Dr. Bindu A. Thomas, Chair IEEE Mysore subsection, and Dr. Parmesha Chari BD, Chair-elect IEEE Mysore subsection, for the support and guidance for organizing this webinar. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I thank Dr. Archana NV, Treasurer of IEEE Mysore subsection, for her support in organizing this event. Thank you, ma'am. My sincere thanks to all ExCom members for their support in organizing this webinar. My special thanks to all the faculty and student coordinators for their timely support and teamwork in conducting this event successfully. I wholeheartedly thank all the participants for making time and attending this webinar. I hope this session was fruitful to you all. I once again thank each and everyone present here for making this event a grand success. Once again, thank you one and all. Have a pleasant evening. This is Prathana MR, your Master of Ceremony, signing off.
Thank you, Parthana. Thank you, Dr. Paramachari. And thank you all.
Thank you, madam.
Thank
Thanks
you,
a lot.
Professor Parmeshachari, and thank you, ma'am. We'll be in touch with you.
Thank you, madam.
Sure, sure. Bye.
Thanks,
Namaste.
madam. Thanks a lot. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.